Let's see if it started over here. Looks to be. Things are going. Bringing up the main, son. Bringing up the main. Hey, guys. What's up, and welcome back to State of the Union. I'm Jared. This is my wife, Jessie. This is the show where we catch up on all things us and some of the things that are going on in our world and things that are going on in the faith, and we kind of compare notes and do that sort of thing. So if that's interesting to you, stick around. We're gonna do jury duty today because Jessie had jury duty. Babe, why in the world, first of all, if you enter in here and you guys are in the chat and you want to ask anything, we want to field your questions. I'm going to talk real quick for a minute. We want to field your questions. If you have anything for us, leave them in the comments and we'll get around to them, that sort of thing. But we kind of have a little dialogue we want to get through because I want to find out why she likes jury duty so much. It's odd. I think it's odd.
Do you?
All right. When you hop in here, if you happen to catch this on the replay, whatever, let me know. Do you like jury duty? Are you the one who's looking to get out of jury duty? Or are you the one who's looking to get into jury duty? She treated it like an audition.
Me in. I wanted to be cast for the role.
Absolutely not.
Of juror number 2. Because number 1's too scary.
You want to be cast for the role of juror number 2?
Yeah.
What?
I don't want the lead role. I want the supporting role.
You're a nut. But why? Okay, so you go in there, and this was a misdemeanor court, so it's not as many people. I was bracing her for the worst case. Whenever I went, there was like 120 people.
What is wrong with you?
Everybody wants out. It was a super
it's
solemn.
It's gonna be horrible. You're gonna hate it. It's the worst thing. They don't feed you. You can't go to the bath. This is what he's telling me.
That was my experience, babe.
Well, that's a terrible experience.
That's what I was saying. You're going to love it. Anywho, it was a totally different one. Mine was, we went in there, it was super somber. The judge says, hey, this is a serious thing. This is your citizenry. I'm stuck on
Spit it out, Junior.
I don't know, whatever. Anyway, it's your duty to do it. It's your civic duty. Boom, nailed it. Civic duty, first try. To serve on these jury, whatever, serve on these words today, on these jury things. You get out of my head. I love you. You're done. Fine.
You're freaking
you do it.
out.
You do your thing. I can't get my words together.
You're freaking out. Just go slow.
Okay, so it's your civic duty to serve on a jury. You're gonna love it. It's a great time, but don't screw up. And you can be, what's that called? Held in contempt and perjury and all sorts of things, and you can't get out of this.
Who was your judge?
I don't remember.
Golly.
We only have 2, so it was one of the 2 or 3 of them. Anyway, but you didn't have that experience.
No. So, I think the general consensus about jury duty is, I don't want to do this.
No money.
Why are they making me do this? I have to take off work and whatever. Like, I don't want to get picked. Like, just a lot of grumbling. And honestly, I had a lot of anxiety going into jury duty because, well, two main reasons that I was dealing with leading up to this was, I get nervous about going to places that I'm unfamiliar with. I don't know who doesn't, but I don't know. Anyway, I get really nervous. Do you not get nervous about that?
I like new places.
I get really nervous. Like, where do I park? Where do I go in? Like, how do I get there? Because I've never really, maybe your dad used to work there.
Yeah.
So I was pretty sure it was the same building. Anyway, and there's a lot of construction downtown, so I was just really nervous about that. So I get there with plenty of time. I know Jared told me exactly where to park. Mm-hmm. I see all these citizen-dressed people walking into one door.
You said that before. What do you mean? Were you expecting the military out front?
No. Lawyers are wearing like suits and dresses and all buttoned up.
Hospital scrubs, courtroom lawyer.
So I knew that all the jurors were going in this door because they were all dressed like me, just very casual. So I'm like, I'm going to follow the crowd. And I went in and I'm like, okay, first hurdle, done. No big deal at all. Super simple. He told me exactly where to go and I was fine. And the second point of anxiety for me was I was really nervous that it was going to be a trial that lasted weeks, and we've already booked our vacation. And
Coming up.
Really nervous that it was going to bleed over into our vacation that we've already paid for. And I was kind of freaking out.
And when she says nervous,
freaking out.
You couldn't unreconcilable.
No.
Irreconcilable.
And I was praying through it a lot. Like, I'd gotten some peace about it, but I was still a little bit nervous because you don't know the outcome. And I'm like looking at the place we're staying. I'm like looking at dates in the future for the rest of the summer to figure out if we can reschedule.
Booked up, son.
It's all booked up through like September. Anyway, you know the deal. And we get there and he's like, this is just a 1-day trial. We're going to do selection in the morning, trial in the afternoon. And I'm like,
and so that's what did it for you, huh? Just as soon as you knew it was 1 day, you're ready to play.
No, here's what did it for me. Like,
you're really tall in that chair.
Thank you.
Oh, my.
No one has ever said that to me.
That's probably true. Probably true.
I think for me, there was a fork in the road. Are we echoing or anything?
No, I think we're good. We good?
There was a fork in the road. I walked into the building. I did the first hurdle. I walked into the building, and everyone was complaining. Everyone. Lawyers.
It's jury duty. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You go in, and everybody has common ground over how bad it is.
Everyone. Okay. And I thought, I can join and be normal and hate this, or I can have fun. I can just try to have fun. Like, what better time to have jury duty than during my summer break?
Yeah.
Before my vacation. Like, this is not that bad. And so I just decided to have fun, and like, I had a blast.
And what was your name today?
Miss 2.4.
Why Miss Juror 2.4?
So one of the questions they asked us, it was a scale of 1 to 5.
So here's our theory. We're pretty sure that they're looking for somebody who is not compliant. What was the word that we came up with?
Open-minded.
Open-minded, willing to hear everything out,
both sides.
Not very set in their ways, not very opinionated, just kind of ready to roll with the punches. For the most part, in our area, that's the juror that they're looking for. That seems to be the one that makes it. That is, that gets the part. That gets cast.
Cast for the role.
For juror number 2.
Yeah. Supporting role.
Go ahead. Miss 2.4.
So they asked lots of questions. So, but one of them was.
Did you have lots of answers?
Yeah. Well, they say Miss Brown, and they ask you a question. So like you have to answer, and you raised your hand and swore under an oath that you would be honest. So what am I gonna do? I can't lie to him. I have to be me, and me is pretty opinionated. So I'm not surprised.
Fun fact.
I'm not surprised I didn't get chosen.
So what's 2.4?
Scale of 1 to 5, they asked a question, and 1 was strongly agree, and 5 was strongly disagree. And everyone's like 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 2, and then the 2 had to explain his 2. And then they get to me, and I'm like, I'm probably safely at a 2.4.
Miss
And they
Math.
all died laughing. And so they called me Miss 2.4 for the rest. When they addressed me, they called me Miss 2.4 for the rest of the thing.
You're a nut.
I just had fun. Like,
what was the question? What did they ask you? On a scale of 1 to 5.
If a police officer arrests you, you're probably guilty.
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Don't
even ask me.
And I kind of knew that was going to be a strike because I'm like, they're not going to like my answer on this. I've been watching a lot of cop shows.
Hey, and it always works out,
and they're
right?
always guilty on the cop shows. So
she's like, so really, we've been watching The Rookie a lot. She's like, I've been watching The Rookie. I'm ready.
I am a pro. I'm an expert at this. And I'm a doctor because I've watched 16 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
And The Resident now, so
Yeah.
you're ready to rock.
No, it was really fun. I think a lot of it was like, it is a really structured environment. And there are a lot of rules. And so I think your default is to be nervous and scared. And like, it almost feels like you're on trial because they're asking you these pointed questions. They're asking you these pointed questions.
Spoiler alert, babe. Nobody else wants to be there, so they're trying to not get the part.
Well, I really wanted it.
They're trying to opt out of this thing, so there's no pressure.
Well, no, everyone was nervous. Like, everyone's all buttoned up, like, sitting straight. I'm, like, slouched over, listening, like, enraptured by everybody's... They're asking you pointed questions about how you view things. So, this is... I get summoned 2 or 3 times a year, and I've never gotten to go in. The trials never happen where we live. But all the cases from 2020...
Pretty true.
Yeah.
Everything's settled out of court.
Everything's settled. But all the cases in 2020 got pushed to now. And so they're just having, like, trial after trial after trial. And so that's why I got to go in. But it seemed like everyone was just really nervous, and I was tempted to be nervous too, but I'm like, I'm not on trial. They're just asking me questions about what I think. And unfortunately, I have to be honest.
Unfortunately.
Because I knew that my opinions were going to cost me. I knew they were, because
Cost her the role of juror
they
number
did.
2.
And I really
You're a
wanted
mess.
to like pretend that I was super gullible and open-minded, but I'm so not. So, I knew I wouldn't get cast for the role because I am so, like,
Just the way your mind thinks about this is cracking me up. That's why I wanted to talk about this on camera, because you're like,
I wanted to win.
I know.
I went to win.
Your competitive nature kicked in, where most people would say, oh, there was probably somebody better suited for that particular trial.
I was the best.
Or, I'm glad to be off of jury duty because I don't want to waste my time with
Literally.
that. And she comes home and she's like, I feel like maybe I was rejected.
I feel rejected.
She's like, I know I'm not supposed to, but I feel like I don't know, like I just didn't measure up.
I feel like
I could have done better. Send me back in there. I think I could do it better the second time.
Reworking all the questions they asked
You're
me,
nuts.
and I'm like, I should have answered this way instead, so they didn't know.
Next time, she's spent all afternoon going, so next time I'm in there, like not finishing the sentence, just like, and then I'm gonna.
Well, she
Yeah.
said, if you
This.
want to serve,
This.
say nothing. I'm like, okay, I got it.
This.
Lips
next
are
time I go in there-
sealed. I'm not gonna say anything. But the thing is
So goofy.
there were only 20 people total being in the selection process, and they pretty much discounted 8 people right away. I don't know why, but they looked at our paperwork, and 8 people were pretty much out. And so there were 12 people left. I was top 12.
Doesn't it feel like they're profiling based upon some hidden agenda that you
Absolutely.
don't know?
Absolutely.
Like, how is this possible? And it's in the legal system. So you're
Yeah.
like, I mean, you don't know what it is. I think that's probably part of it. But like,
Just based on my
there were
demographics.
8 people who were out.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Just on their demographics. So I was top 12, number 9, bottom of the 12, but number 9. And like,
So do you get what's the thing called in theater where you're like the stand-in, you're the backup?
alternate?
Are you the alternate?
Yeah, I was.
You're like first alternate?
Yeah, but I got disqualified.
For juror number 2, I give to you our first alternate.
In my replay, I think I had 4 strikes against me.
What was the final one? So we don't go through them all. What was the one that put the
Oh, I said honesty is the best policy.
what?
I did.
And what's the context?
I don't know if I can say that.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No. Good call.
I don't know if I
we won't
can
get
say,
into the
but
details of the
They
case.
asked something about something, and
Juror number 2.
I said, well, there's not a lot of context here, but I would say as a general rule that honesty is the best policy. If you're just open about what happened, then you can let the jury decide. And he was like, and I'm like, dang it.
Oh, okay.
Wrong answer.
Okay. Yeah, you had notes taken down. I know what you're talking
A lot. Yeah. 4 times.
about. Okay, highlight of the day to wrap up the jury selection process. What was your highlight of the day? Favorite part
Of jury duty?
of jury duty?
I really liked the questioning process. Like when they narrowed it down to 12, and then they literally individually interview basically every person in the top 12 in this case. And that was really interesting to like hear how people think. And like for me, it was this big puzzle because I'm trying to figure out who they want. I'm not trying to be that person. I'm just trying to figure out who they're looking
and
for.
why they're asking those
and why
questions.
they're asking those questions. Because you don't know details of the case. You know what the offense is, but you don't know anything else. And so, like, I'm trying to piece together this story.
Does anyone know? This is just curiosity. Is there a way to go in after the fact and find out like the case details? Maybe not the details
The
of it, but like
verdict.
the verdict.
Yeah, I really
Was-
want to know what happened.
Because the theory is we're kind of working through some of this stuff. My case is old and dead and gone with or whatever. But like, are they asking you the questions beforehand like, are they giving you the case? I wonder
Yeah,
if
oh,
we
yeah.
could predict the case.
yeah.
Like, they're looking for a certain type of person who will say yes to this.
Yep.
And if they know all of the case beforehand because they've shared notes and they know what each one's going to do for the most part, kind of on the whole, then you're just looking for the right people
Yep.
to nod their head or shake
Yep.
their head. And
Because,
weird.
no, I'm serious. Because, like, I was literally the whole time, I'm trying to piece together this guy's story.
Or girl.
Right. Guy in the general sense. Like, hey, guys.
But it might identify as something else.
But this person's story based on the questions they're asking, because they are asking pretty pointed questions. They're vague, broad. They're broad, but they are leading you somewhere because they ask one question and then they ask it a different way, and then they ask it a different way, and they ask the same, like, over and over. So they're obviously leading you. I'm like, and so the whole time I'm trying to figure out, where are you leading me?
Where are
Because
we
I will
going?
go there.
I will go there for juror number 2 slot. All right. You're a mess. Let's say hi to everybody. Whoever's in the chat, say hello. We've got Perkins famous Luke, I believe. I always get it mixed up, man. I'm sorry. I secretly have wanted to do jury duty too. You haven't ever done jury duty?
This was my first time.
Man. Well, you could have my experience, and it's really rough, really boring, really intimidating. Or apparently you have the personality type of Jesse, and you want to be cast as juror number 2.
I had a blast.
She had a blast.
I had
and
such a good
what's fun
time.
about that is, from what I understand, and I know just being around Jessie, she's going to pull you into the vortex of fun at some point. So I would imagine they had a good time as well.
We were all
So it's
laughing.
small town, and she was tempted to text the defense attorney and say, "Hey, how did it
What's
go?
the verdict?
What was the verdict? Did we did you win or whatever?" And that would be inappropriate on so many
Yeah,
levels.
we're not
Obviously,
really-
did not.
We went to high school together. We're
Yeah.
not really friends, so I don't think I could message
Yeah, that
him.
would be something if you could come up with his number as well. So, what?
His phone number?
Yeah.
I would just message him.
Oh.
That's way less invasive.
Way more public. Okay, Joshua says, I'm going to have to watch this replay. We just sat down for dinner at Texas Roadhouse. My man,
fun.
we found a Texas Roadhouse on the way, so
Yep.
ended up changing our week plans around. We went to birthday dinner with Shane yesterday instead of today, so we could get this in tonight. We went to, where did we go?
BJ's.
BJ's. If you have a BJ's, fantastic restaurant. I've never found anything that I've liked before, but this time it was really good. Anywho, cross paths with a Texas Roadhouse, and Jesse was like, my birthday, we're going there. So Texas Roadhouse, you are in the plans.
Yeah.
Deb says, you sound good. Well, thank you, Deb.
Good,
Thanks for
thank
hanging out. You're probably just listening, so we want to make sure it sounds really good because we know you don't like to watch the videos. You like to listen to the videos. So how do you do, Deb? Vaughn says, hey, y'all, what is happening, Vaughn?
Hey, Vaughn.
He also says, reminds me of the movie Devil's Advocate. Oh, man. I have
know if I've
seen
seen
that
that.
movie, but it has been a few days.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Quite a few days. Hey, put it on our list. Wait, Vaughn, is this one of those that, like, we're sensitive? This is one of those that's going to make her cry because... Wait, Devil's Advocate, is that the kid? Is that a John Grisham? I don't know. Anywho, let us know, Vaughn. We'll move on. So, what I also want to fit in here is released a video this week, which is in the title, is when I want to get to it. Don't want to bait and switch you guys. Released a video this week, had a crazy idea about a 1-hour vlog challenge thing. It's since been refined by our PR people, Diana Gladney, Joshua Verwers. It's now the 1-hour challenge. But just kind of about to go to bed one night. I thought, man, I don't have any time. I need to make this video. And lost Jesse. Need to make this video. Hey, do you know, like, when you're married and you know one another's tells, and you know people's facial expressions, and we're gonna have to reel the wife back in. We good?
I'm here. 1 hour challenge.
1-hour challenge. Okay. So
You were about to go to bed. Didn't have any time. How can I fit this in? I've got to have a vlog. What can I do? I have to do something. I must do something. If I don't do something, I won't be able to rest until something is done.
you've heard this story.
No, I just made all that up.
Okay, well, you're pretty good at it.
Thank you.
What she said. So I had no idea it was going to be quite as much involved. I thought I knew it was going to be like near impossible because it takes me approximately 4
I didn't
hours.
think you could do it.
Yeah, 4 hours ish to film and edit. I'm one of those that like I go over and over and over and over and over and over and over the edit. I just can't get out of. I'll just find something that irks me and I work on it, work on it, work on it, work on it, work on it until I hit a deadline and then I just kind of release it. And it's usually about 4 hours is what I give myself. Well, in this, it was a 1 hour challenge. I'm gonna bring it up for you guys, kind of do like a reaction type video.
Actually, I don't think you told me you were doing a 1 hour challenge. You just told me that you were doing a vlog.
Yeah.
And then when I came back from the thing, you said, I only have a couple minutes to finish this. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah. I was hustling. I was also pouring sweat that day because it was hot. I mean, it wasn't hot in the house. I was just
I came in here,
stressed.
I'm bothering him because I came home from my girl date and like he wasn't not that he wasn't having it, but he was like in it, you know when they're like in it. And I thought, I'll just go watch TV or something. But
you guys know, like well, I am anyway. Guys, for the most part, we're singular focus. Like when we're in something, we're in something, and when we're in something deep, there could be bombs going off outside.
Well, I feel like I could have supported you a little bit better if I had known you were doing a thing.
No worries, babe. I didn't know it was going to be quite that in depth because I kind of assumed, honestly, if I didn't get it done and it was a big flop, like it was a couple hours, I could either show the failure, which would be cool, or just not publish it. Like it was so unrealistic. It took me 4 hours or something. Then just don't publish it. So anyway, here's a quick reaction to this video, and then we'll field some questions and stuff. And I kind of want to show you some other people, like some snippets. I won't do the whole thing, but some snippets of some other people's videos that did a bang-up job because it kind of became a thing. So let me see if I can get this pulled up. Boom, there's Jesse. Can you guys see Jesse? I'm going to turn on the audio right there. Oh, wait, am I still live? That's me. How do you go live? Transition to live. You're live.
It's a great shot. Love you.
Goodbye. Have fun storming the castle.
Okay, did anybody get that reference?
Yes.
Did anybody get that reference?
I did.
If you know that reference, holler it out, son. Holler it out. You're my people. If you got that reference, you're my people.
Maybe I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Maybe I don't. I thought I did.
Where'd you get
I'm
it?
not your people, so I don't. Maybe I didn't.
You want to take a risk? Or you want to wait and let them answer?
I was thinking the ghost castle on Mario.
No.
It has to be a movie though, because you just said, if you get that, you're my people, and I'm not your people in the movie world, so I didn't get it.
It's the Princess Bride. It's Billy Crystal in the Princess
I
Bride
did
after
see that.
after he's revived and he's okay.
Goodbye. I am making the entirety of this vlog in the next 60 minutes. That means I'm going to do pre-production, filming, editing, all my thumbnail, post-production stuff, any sort of...
You guys heard all this stuff. I'm just going through it, and then here's where I hit the timer.
Half edited, 2 minutes long. Who knows? Ready?
Yeah, do it. Just pull the trigger. Just do it.
There we go.
Okay, that was fun. Needed a little walk-in shot right here. Made a couple quick notes.
Believe it or not.
It's important to note. I made a couple quick notes. Where are we? Transition this back over. Made a couple quick notes there in the studio, sat down, hammered it out. Here's what I want to say. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm saying quickly, why are we in this video, so that you know why we're here and some of my stuff. So I was trying to get to that as quickly as humanly possible. Where is this? Push play.
I have...
You guys know why I'm doing it. Got some B. This is just B-roll. Come on through here. B-roll. Oh, this is what I want to show you.
For the church series.
Shot a bunch of B-roll here on this side. I'm gonna let this play in the background. Shot a bunch of B-roll here on the side, and that right there.
What?
What that actually is a mess up. And I was collapsing the timeline. I'm trying to edit so fast that I never actually got to watch through the whole thing. And so I'm
I
like,
thought you did it on purpose.
no, I'm cutting through. That was from before she left. She was getting ready to say bye. And, I opened it up with us kissing each other bye. She's leaving type of thing. It was the only thing where I had a bye. Well, it was at the end. And whenever I ripple deleted something, a whole timeline went over top. And if you're an editor, if you're in the video production side of things, that should not exist. And if you have time, you usually take those things out. You catch them in the review.
If you're like me, you just think it's part of the movie.
It was a disaster.
I didn't know. I just thought it was B-roll.
No.
But I get it now.
I appreciate, because Joshua was like, that was a really good vlog, and there are a couple of these where I'm like, oh, that's cringeworthy right there. So, see, I'm just gonna skip through here. Right here. Let's skip over here. Fade out, because I knew that I had to be doing something else. I said it was going to be a vlog. Otherwise, that was going to be a talking head.
Preach. Sin.
Preach. Yep. All right. Listen. I can get a little preachy. In these vlogs, and that's what I do. I got a little preachy there for that particular portion, but I'm trying to give like the balance of, I'm doing a competition, and the heart of this channel is to inspire people
to do great things.
Not just to do great things, but and if you've never heard this from us before, this is kind of like our broken down version of it, but we want to follow the voice of the Lord, the presence of God so closely in our videos, well, in our lives, but we want him to be a third member of what we're doing. And so we're trying to bring in what he's telling us, or what we're reading and what we're learning, or just common like characteristics of what it's like to be a son or daughter in the kingdom. And we're trying to have those pieces come to bear every video. That's part of, kind of what we do. And I'm always trying to slide that in there in a non-preachy, sitting down with books in the background type of thing. If that's your deal, no shade. It's just not our deal. We're trying to be up and mobile and moving type of thing, so it comes in naturally. It's not quite as polished and
I think
presented.
Well, for us personally, every time we pray about what God wants us to do, we hear that we need to just be. Like, just be us. And who we are is we live our lives and we seek God in everything that we do. Like, everything. Almost. I mean, small, medium, large decisions, we seek God on everything. And so our goal is to have a channel where we just be us. And
just us.
And you know that God's with us in all of it, because we're praying about all of it.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. And, obviously, we're looking to infuse inspiration and encouragement into people like yourselves who are watching it and either going, I could do that, or I don't want to do that, but I enjoy, like
right.
the infusion of spirit. That's weird talk, but like, I'm catching y'all's wave of what you're doing with God, and I in my own field want to walk with him with that kind of, I don't know, what, passion maybe? That kind of
enthusiasm.
I don't know. It's not all enthusiasm. Okay, let's run through this real quick, and I'll show you Diana's, because she's going to be up next. Okay, had to get out of this. I got into this coffee montage right here, and I'm really making this coffee because I'm like, oh, I'll do a coffee montage. That's easy. I've done that a billion. Oh, wait, sorry. Hold on. I'm just showing you the thing, aren't I? Here. You guys kind of got it. Got too many screens opened up on the thing. Wait, here's the deal. So, did the coffee montage. Obviously, did not have enough time to do that. Got into it halfway, and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do the coffee deal." That was ill-advised. It was gonna take me 15 minutes to boil coffee. Was not gonna go down. And so then I realized, next hurdle: how do I get the footage that I already have so I can start working on some of that, and then film what needs to come here at the end, because I have no idea how I'm gonna end this thing. I started saying goodbye to her, so am I gonna end saying hello when she comes back? It was a vlog inside of an hour, and you don't know where it's going, so we need to start offloading footage. And I found out that my computer was not only crashing because it doesn't like to transfer things. I don't know. I have problems with my ports, but the transfer speeds were just horrendous. So it was taking multiple, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes for just a couple clips. All right, let me show you this. We'll get out of it. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. If you didn't see the video this week, here it is. Pretty much a quick breakdown. And then over here is where I'm doing thumbnails, because it dawns on me that I need to do thumbnails. Boom. For those of you who don't know, That's the inglorious side. That's the cheater's way to make a thumbnail. Is if you shoot in like 4K or any sort of good resolution, you can take a grab, like a screen grab, from your editing software program, whatever, and then you can use that. You can edit it, Photoshop it, whatever you need to do. Put your text over it, bring it into Canva, whatever you do's to make your thumbnails, and that works. Okay. We say, Jesse. Did you have anything
About what?
about this video?
One of those is gonna be it, okay?
No.
No questions on this one? Alright, I'm gonna get out of this deal. That was the 2-minute marker, so that ended up becoming a thing in some of the other vlogs as well. It's just there was so much wait time that I was waiting on the transfers and I couldn't get to editing that I basically ran out of time. It would have been plus 15. So technically if you were asking me, I didn't make it on this challenge, but I feel good enough that if they had transferred properly, I did. So it's like, that's where I kind of explain it at the end. I'm like, maybe I made it, maybe I didn't. But that 2-minute deal became a funny piece because it comes up in, and if I can bring it up here, it comes up in Miss Diana Gladney's vlog, whom we'll look at next. 1-hour vlog. This thing was hilarious.
That was cute.
So what she did was she took my vlog and imported in, took the kind of the premise of why we did the 1-hour vlog challenge or 1-hour challenge, and she did better, honestly. So here we go. I'll show you this one. Boom.
I'm going to do pre-production, filming, editing, all my thumbnail, post-production stuff, any sort of promo things that I want to send out. I have to do it all inside of the next 60 minutes. While Jesse's meeting with a friend. So that means I
I've already
have
seen that.
3,600 seconds to try and...
You guys have seen that.
Set a timer for 1 hour.
1 hour counting down.
So shout out to Jared for the 1 hour
Let me just
challenge.
let's just pause. The way she did that.
She did some pretty bougie edits in an hour.
It's some bougie edits from Miss Diana Gladney in an hour. I was really
She's
impressed.
flexing.
Some of this
She's
stuff.
flexing.
Some of this stuff, she just like, you can tell that she does it on a daily basis. You can tell that this is nothing for her to bring in some footage, to shoot something. She's a speaker. The hardest part, I would guess, and she references it here kind of towards the end, is that I would guess that it was harder for her to cut out the parts where she does talking head, and she's got a lot of good stuff to say, so it was probably harder for her to kind of condense some of that down. But it was stinking awesome. Let me show you a couple of my highlights here. I think it was at the beginning.
Where's Joshua's 1 hour challenge?
Get my buddy Joshua Verwers.
Oh, here,
who's
better
the
transition that
other
over.
half of the vlog. Jared to do it.
Josh is
And
out
there's
celebrating
been
his
a
birthday.
series
Oh.
of
This
Happy
right here,
birthday.
speaking of Joshua, I loved how she pulled this in.
Yes.
I loved
cute.
this. That was, the whole thread was hilarious. It was her saying, let's do this, and it was him saying, not gonna happen. Not in a million years. All right, so here's what I want to show you guys. Coming in right over here.
I'm thinking like how many micro thoughts of things like
Trying to work through this problem is a real thing. Like how are you gonna have enough time? You don't have enough time. You're trying to edit with enough time. Right there.
You know, you need like 10 minutes more. Okay, so I didn't need to cheat much, but I'm right here at the end. So I didn't have 8 minutes. I had 5 minutes. That is the footage, true footage. I cut a ton. I didn't even listen to some parts. It's like, okay, get to the point, end. Get to the point, end. Cut a few stories out that I wanted to leave in, but I got to upload this now. And then that's the end. But I did it in close to an hour. And the thumbnail's going to be real quick. So, yeah. So, are you up for a challenge? 1 hour challenge from whenever you see this. 2 hours if you need a little bit of get back home buffer time. But an hour challenge. Can you record, edit, and upload a video and publish it? And just keep this going. So,
Well, she's very kind. She's awesome creator always. Diana made it look easy. And happened one more thing. I want to show you a quick edit that blew my socks off because it came from Dean Lentini. Old Dean fires up the 1 hour vlog. It's not that. I mean, he's an editor. He's a videographer. He's good to go. I'm not. That's not the impressive part. It's what he tried to tackle. So I'm gonna let this run kind of in the background. Let me go ahead and transition it over. It's what he tried to tackle with this.
All right.
With this edit.
Jared Brown.
So he comes
from
down.
Bite
This is
Brownie
where he's setting it up.
and
He
some
goes
other
into.
YouTuber
Let me get it over
vlog
here. That's the intro for his vlog.
Studio. Now, if
He
you've
does
watched
a
the last couple
studio
videos, I
renovation.
have a new
He's
studio,
trying to get.
but
Let's
what
dial
you
his
might
volume
not
down a
know
little bit.
is that new studio?
He's trying
is
to
right next to the
remodel his
And
studio
everything-
inside of this
I mean,
time.
just look at this.
Look,
I
he's
got,
going to tear all of that down,
cords
rewire all the
everywhere.
cables, build
That's
shelves,
just
take the
not
whole
being
thing.
used anymore, 'cause I'm gonna be
Look, I'm just gonna stop that right there.
There's no way.
It was ludicrous. First of all, I wouldn't be able. I don't have the craftsmanship to be able to tear down, rip stuff out of walls. Even if he was command stripping, there was a joke in there about command strips are able to do everything. Like you can do anything with a command strip. But it was like he rebuilt his studio inside of an hour and edited, and
No, I don't
it
believe
was
it.
crazy. Well, he pauses at 2 minutes as well, and has to finish up the edit. But to be fair, that's a lot.
That's
I
a
was
lot.
impressed. I was really impressed. I thought that was awesome.
Mhm.
Anyway, that was a 1 hour challenge. There was another guy who hopped on. He did a live stream. Haven't seen his yet, but he did a 1 hour vlog live stream style type thing, which I thought was pretty creative, pretty clever, pretty girl. No, am I on my own on that one? All right, let's see. Let me bring this up. See what Deb said. Deb says, just in case you didn't know, today is Joshua's birthday, and I'm watching.
Happy birthday.
If you say it too loud, you know what happens. To you. I'm looking down. Sarge has his bed set up beneath us, and if he hears "Happy Birthday," he will go nuts. But happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joshua. Happy birthday to you. He's good. I made it
Uh-oh.
through that one.
Flash heard it.
Flash is coming. That's okay. He's coming to regulate. Deb says, yay, I was going to guess Princess Bride. Deb, you're in the zone because you are my people. I knew it. Okay, just got back probably. Just got back. I'm going to try this tomorrow, I think. All right, he's out of here. We're still waiting on Joshua, right? Oh, yeah, we're still... Oh, you mean the vlog, the 1 hour challenge. Yeah, man. You're going to try this? Yes. Brace for impact. I don't know. Vaughn, are you still in here? Are you going to try this? Because, wowzer. It's intense, man.
You can do it.
You totally can do it.
You can do it.
Totally can do it. I would take your expectations of whatever you think you're going to get done and chop them in half and keep it lean and mean. That would be my recommendation. Don't you think?
Mhm.
Dean went all in, man. It's doable. I mean, that was the cool part. You can do anything that you want to do because Diana she flexed on the edit. Dean did a whole studio reno. I tried to keep my head above water, and then Josh is gonna flex, man. Josh is gonna flex hard. He's had a
Yeah.
couple days to think
He's
about it.
gathering all his intel.
He's had some days to prepare. I would imagine the vlog that's coming out from Josh is gonna be just stinking spectacular.
Legit.
And that's kind of a bummer for him too, because we all know it's coming and there's pressure mounting. He's gonna I almost wouldn't do it if I were him. He's been threatened. He's like, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. That's not interesting to me. I'm not gonna. But I don't know, man. The people demand it, Josh. If you're on the replay, the people demand it.
You have to do it.
You gotta try it. So we did Diana. We did Dean.
But what are those other people saying?
Oh, he says, my son Joshua is sitting next to me and you just caught his attention. How so? I might try. The editing will kill me. Oh, that's Vaughn. Sorry, I'm switching between people. Vaughn says I might try, and he says the editing will kill me. Yeah, man, the editing part is no joke. I think if you could... Here's my theory. I don't even want to say anything because that would skew the results. Y'all do what you want to do. It's a lot of fun. It's a nasty challenge. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I won't do it again. It was kind of like Vlogpasters. Like that was it was an amazing experience. Glad that we did it. But probably not going to ever do that again because you're going to lose your sanity.
Ain't nobody got time for
And
that.
nobody got time for that. Well, I mean, that was only an hour, but
The
that was an
hour-
intense
I feel like the
hour.
hour is something that should be repeated because it forces
Get
you.
it behind me.
It forces you to get it done so you can spend time with your family.
That's true. That's true. And that was a cool thing for me. It was like just shoot it, just edit it. It's a rough
Stop trying
shoot.
to be
It's a rough
perfect.
and like it was probably for me it was one of my better ones just because I didn't stress over all the stuff, all the minutia of it. Just let the thing go. Get to the point. Show a couple shots, get out of it. I think it went well. Okay, future plans. What do you have coming up? Outside of vacation, I figured you'd want to take vacation. You don't have to say exactly when and where, but
We are going to the beach in the future. The near future.
yeah.
Like 2021.
Are we 2021 or 2022?
I think so. 21.
Okay.
We're going to the beach. I'm very excited about it. We got a little cottage, like a 2-bedroom cottage. We don't need 2 bedrooms, but
I've never Airbnb'd
it was-
before.
it's really cute. It's got
I
a
Airbnb'd
huge,
hard this
It's got a
time.
huge backyard, so we can let the dogs out. Let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Me.
So bad. I love
We
it.
can let them out without having to like worry about leashing them. We don't leash our dogs at home, so we're not used to that.
Flash does a leash sometimes. We not listen.
Sometimes, yeah, when he's being a bad boy, but we don't leash him, and so when we go places, it's like, what is this? Why are we restrained? But when we went to Oklahoma over Christmas break, we did leash him. It was kind of not a pain, but it was like, it was a thing. You had to leash everybody up, take them outside, walk around for 300 hours until everyone pottied on all the things. So I'm looking forward to the backyard. We'll have to clean up after ourselves,
Sure.
but still. Anyway,
Sure.
big backyard, couple blocks from the beach,
Golf cart.
so we can drive to the beach with beach permit on the golf cart, so I don't have to get a beach permit. I'm excited. We haven't been to the beach in 3 years. I'm really excited.
I like going. I'm not obviously. I am not about laying out on that sand and browning up my skin. I'm not about it.
I like the water.
I'm not about that life. But Jessie is, and it's contagious. It really is contagious. She has so much fun at the beach that you can't not have fun.
I love the beach.
She loves it. I think I broke my toe there one year.
The first day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's always. I think I injure myself every time we go to the beach
Yep.
because we're having so much fun.
Yep.
Throwing you around.
We go hard.
Yep.
We do. I love the beach. And like my family always went to the beach. My grandparents retired in Florida. They are from Pennsylvania, but they retired in Florida. And so we would go to Florida as a family every summer to visit. And so we've just always gone to the beach every summer. Well, then when they needed a little more assistance, they moved back up to Pennsylvania to be closer to the other kids. And we started going to Port Aransas every summer instead. And so we've just always done that. And like my family beach is hard. Like we wake up, we eat breakfast, we go to the beach. We come back, we eat lunch, and then we go to the beach. We come back, we eat dinner, and then we go to the beach. Like we're at the beach. When we go to the beach, we're at the beach. And we just have fun. But I'm trying to he's not a beach person, so I'm trying to do a little bit of not a compromise, but like a little this and that this next time. The last time we went, he wanted to do the beach the way that my family does the beach, and I think you had a good time.
I had a good time.
He got a little burnt, so we couldn't stay out as long as my family does. But I want to do a little more, like a few more things that are appealing to him so that he can enjoy it too, because there are other things on the island
I had a blast.
that
I
are
had a
fun.
blast.
So I got him the golf cart. I added the golf cart to our cottage. And I think he's going to love bebopping around town in the golf cart. I think he's going to love it. And then I'm going to try to find some other fun stuff to do so that he can enjoy it too.
I'm set. I've got you and you're gonna have a blast. I know you're gonna run to the beach every morning. Like, I want to
First
sleep
thing.
in. She wants to go to the beach.
Right away.
I know. It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna have the boys, and I'm gonna have that golf cart, and I'm gonna cruise to. I mean, basically, you ride around. I figured this whole Port Aransas thing out. You ride around to all the eateries in your golf
In
cart.
the golf cart.
Yes, and then you wheel off to the beach, and you beach yourself, right?
Yeah, and I'm excited about the golf cart
I can
because
play.
I won't have to worry about getting my car dirty with all that sand.
Mm-hmm.
We just get the golf cart dirty. Like, that's fine. But I'm ready. I'm excited to go. I think it'll be really fun.
One thing I'm trying to get done before we head out, kind of on the radar of what's going on in the Brown House and on the channel, is I have picked up, I think I introduced Mason to you guys, picked up an editor, not for the channel, for the business. I would love to have him for the channel. That would be so much fun. But we may
He
may
might
like
be willing.
Yeah, we may do some like practice projects because while he has a basic understanding of cameras and editing and that sort of thing, he we're at a different level when you go to filming for clients and commercials and whatnot. So it's a different level. It's not whatever comes out of the camera, what you get, what you miss on the whole YouTube thing. But I think YouTube might be good for him. So you might be seeing more of Mason in the next couple of weeks. So that's gonna be fun. He has another job. I'm not his sole employer. So whatever he's able to work out when he can swing by, do some filming and some editing together, and that's going to be fun. I may document like his process. I tease him all the time. I'm like, we're going to call it the rise of the editor. He's got a file in Dropbox that's called the rise of the editor.
Aw,
So anyway,
he's really sweet.
he's amazing.
He's a really cool guy.
You guys are going to love him. He's awfully mature for
Yeah.
an 18, 19-year-old kid.
We've been praying for someone for Jared to have to like kind of train and be a helping hand. Obviously he has me, but I have a full-time job in which I'm passionate about, so I'm not a huge help. I help with the filming but none of the editing, so we've been praying about having someone to edit, and like we just feel like he's a godsend.
He is. He is.
Not that we'll have him forever.
Oh,
Although
yeah,
we
yeah.
wish we could.
I wish he's down.
He's destined for greatness.
He really is. I would imagine I'm going to teach him the basic skills, and he's going to get real bored with shooting the same thing over and over and over and over again.
He'll
But I'm
branch out.
hoping to get him bitten with the YouTube bug before he rolls out. So anyway, that'll be fun. He's going to really shorten up the workflow, and if I can hand him big edits where we've been at a wedding or when we've been at a venue or an event or whatever, and he can go through 4, 5, 6 hours of footage
Yes.
and chop it up and give me 10
the
minutes,
best parts.
10 minutes of the
Yeah.
bests, and that really
That would
changes
help.
the ball game. It changes me spending not weeks, but
A long time.
a long time working on edits for those bigger events, and it just whatever, you get what I mean. And I actually want to ask you guys, I want to field some questions here at the end, but I'm kind of stuck in two areas. The vlogs, I'm having fun making the vlogs. I'm in the zone. I've kind of got a little bit lighter load, especially with Mason going on. What are you guys interested in the most? I'm stuck with the church. I had a piece that I wanted, that I felt like I needed to round out kind of what's going on with our transition of like, where's God taking us in the church with our whole church family thing. We're in like a new temporary location that's stinking amazing. And I wanted to give a walkthrough for what it's worth. It's just a building, but kind of that. Should I just abandon that? Because I'm not getting that footage. Just abandon that until a different story, or like, I feel like I've left that one hanging on the channel. Anyway, I leave it for you guys. Those of you who watch the vlogs, does it need to be rounded out, the whole church thing, or do we just kind of bail on it and move on with more weekly episodic?
Sorry, I'm laughing because it's just like it mirrors just our walk with going through prophetic words. Like, God tells you you're going to do something, and you're like, okay, we're going to do it. And then you do it, and then there's like there's the listening, the obedience, the follow through, And then there's this like, I feel like that's kind of where we are with the video also.
Mhm.
Like the reason why it's kind of on pause is because
We're kind of on pause.
we're kind of on pause. Like
Yeah.
we're here, we did it. We took the leap, we sold the church, we did the thing.
It's stinking amazing.
It's awesome. Now what?
Now what? And being true to like, it's we've focused in on, we've sold the church building. Now we're going into temporary buildings, and then house churches are beginning to emerge and that sort of thing. And I think the storyline went towards like the structures, and it's really, I mean, that's like the back burner
True.
thing.
True.
I know everybody listening and watching this understands it's not about the building, but like that's kind of the narrative. And so whenever you're paused there, anyway, the struggle of like, okay, well that storyline's done for now. We need to branch off. Anywho, if that's kind of a log jam in my mind, just kind of bring you guys up to speed. That's a log jam in my mind of why I can't continue just to hammer out where are we as a church, what's going on. I'm stuck in. We've moved to this new place, and I can't quite get the footage that I want from it, and it doesn't seem to be going. I can't go up there all the time. We don't have access to it all the time. It's kind of like on Sundays.
We've always said it's not about the building.
Right.
It's about our obedience and our journey and where God is taking us. And we know there's drippings of what we know of what God is doing, but we don't know definitively what that looks like.
Sure.
So it's hard to portray in video.
Yeah.
What that is.
It's hard to document that because you're like, where are you? Not where are you? Where are you? He's at work. But you kind of don't know until much after the fact what he's done. I'm learning a lot from our vlogs, because I'll look back on the vlogs and go, oh yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Or, this one that I'm working on, it's probably been like 6 weeks in the making type of a thing. We know so much more now because the intro to the vlog is actually where we sold and they started leasing the property, our old property. And it's like, that was so long ago, and we've learned so much since then. Anyway, stuck there. So if you guys have any recommendations you want to slam there in the comments, I'd love to hear them. And then the church is where the church is, and I think that kind of summed it up as well. We are learning to be nomadic, and we are waiting, honestly. We're just kind of in this, if you would call it like a desert time of, we don't want to go unless he goes type of thing. Like, whenever the fire picks up and moves, or the smoke picks up and moves, we will go with him. But I know that's kind of metaphoric, but we're waiting to see what our next batch of instructions are for here.
Yeah.
There's a baseline of who we are as a church. We're always going to be the church. We love people, blah, blah, blah. We're going to be the people of God. But like specifically our assignment in our community and how he wants that expressed. And even more than that, like how does he want to be loved on, admired, and worshipped in this time?
We certainly don't want to just make up what we think might be pleasing.
Yeah.
Or
really
what we
trying
think
to strip it
is
down.
the good Christian thing to do. We really just want to hear from God and have his go towards his direction. And not that he's not speaking, but we're just waiting. We're waiting for every single step. We take one step and we wait, and we take another step and we wait, and
it's
it's
hard, guys. It's hard. But we're as much as we love adding new people, we're also losing people. It's fun to see new faces come in and be excited about the building and the newness, because normal church was blown out of the water. It's a ride on Sundays right now, but like, just as cool as it is to see new faces come in, we're watching old relationships leave, and it's a rough ride. It's definitely a rough ride.
It is. Yes.
And a joyous one.
I agree with that. But also, like, Sundays are just, they're the same a little bit because we're the same. Whatever. But, like, Sundays are fun. It just feels different. You can obviously, like, tell we're trying to just, like, go where God guides us and not fit into the box where we used to fit, because we don't fit there anymore. And we're just trying to figure out
Yeah, we had,
what it is.
and it's wild because I really liked, and if I've said this on here before, I apologize. You're gonna have to listen to it again. I really liked the aesthetics of when we went in there. We like to our new location. We planned it all out, and it looked good. Like we had lighting, and they had this old covered wagon we'd bring around and set up there, and it was just really cool. It was kind of trendy. When you came into an atmosphere, and it was fun. And we just felt challenged that we were falling into norms, like what
people expect.
Yeah, what you expect, that kind of a thing, rather than what did I tell you to do? And we felt like, even from the whole Jesus People tour thing, that God wanted to meet us. The Father wanted to meet us at his table. And he wanted to declare himself and what he wanted from us in that place. And so I'm a literalist. We went to tables, and we sit at round table, square table, whatever, in this big
Huge
banquet
venue.
area. It's not lost on us that it's a banquet area.
We're not trying to be different for the sake of being different.
Yeah.
We're literally just trying to please the Father.
But it sure does feel that way sometimes, to be honest.
I know.
Like, it feels like we're just
Breaking
changing
down
things
walls.
up to change things up, but it's really not.
not.
It's like it's uncomfortable to have that conversation. Oh, like we do that with the elder team all the time. It's like, oh man, it sure feels like we're just let's make sure this is what we feel like he wants us to do. And some things take a couple weeks, and some things happen overnight, and the
Day
congregation has been, for the most part, riding with us on it, and it's interesting. So anyway, that's a little catch up on the church. Let's answer some questions.
Yeah, we gotta walk the dogs.
Oh, we gotta walk the dogs. It's a big deal. We gotta walk the dogs. Okay, where do we leave off? Perkins family, happy birthday. Let me see.
Shoulder.
Bring it over.
Shoulder hurts.
Vaughn said, the editing will kill me. That's where we left off. Luke says, you saying, happy birthday, dear Joshua. His eyes got big.
Oh, 'cause his name is
your
Joshua.
son. I got you.
That's
I got you, man. Vaughn, you would kill this. I agree. Vaughn would do really well at the vlog challenge, the 1 hour challenge. Got a peace out here. Y'all are the best. See you, man. Thanks for stopping by. It definitely sounds like an interesting challenge, Luke. Yeah, Luke. So Luke is Perkins' family guy who just headed out. Son Joshua. Vaughn is saying it definitely sounds like an interesting challenge. Vaughn also saying, I'm definitely not a beach person. My man. Thank you. Mountains. Let's get up in the mountains. Let's get up to some cool air. Let's get up. Mountains have skiing, have lakes, have biking, have hiking, there's so much to do in the mountains. Trust me, she makes a good time out of the beach. I'm just built for
I'm
the
saying
mountains
no to
and
the mountains,
not the beach.
but I want to change my no and say I'd be willing to try it, because honestly, I've never been to the mountains, so I can't say no, because I might love it.
You've been to Alaska.
You never know.
That's the mountain.
Listen, I can have fun anywhere. I had fun in the courtroom today, so come at me.
That's my girl. Y'all want to know why I married her? Right there. Listen, here's how it is. Come at me. Okay, Clint says, hey y'all, what's up, Clint? Thanks for stopping in, man.
Fight me?
Do you want to catch these hands? TikTok is a bad influence. Let me just say that. Helen says, hi guys, just dropping in. Thank you for some clear grounding in God. You bet, Helen. Thanks for stopping by. Vaughn says, I like the transparency and waiting on the Lord and not sure what's next. That's real life. Man, you know. I think that would be it would be good to explore in a vlog. It could encourage others.
True.
I agree.
That's
I
true.
agree. The problem with me in vlogs, yes. Short answer, yes. We need to do that. It'll probably be over a series of vlogs because I like to talk a lot.
Well,
and I can't trim it down into nuggets.
And I think for vlogs, in your mind, what you want is like a beginning, a middle, and a resolution.
Yep.
And right now it feels like there's no resolution.
There's a beginning and a middle.
And so I think that's why he's a little bit...
middle.
Yeah.
And a middle.
Middle.
And a beginning.
I feel like that's why he's challenged to do this vlog, because it doesn't have an ending to the story. And so I personally feel pressured to have an ending. Like, I don't want to tell a story unless it has a happy ending.
And real talk, we've discussed this with the leadership. Failure is a real possibility on this one. because we don't know what he's doing. And I know you don't really fail in Christ kind of a thing, but I mean, the breakdown of our church unit, if you know, is on the table. We trying desperately to understand and hear what he's
We know that
leading us into.
we know that the bride of Christ
Oh
will,
yeah. No,
will
no.
live no matter what.
Yeah. Just
We're
whether
just,
the
you know,
specific of Grace Fellowship,
what it looks like.
yeah, what that looks like, what the expression of that looks like, and whether we get not deleted. that's one of why I was thinking computer terms. The Lord's like Control Alt Delete. No.
Oh.
Whether we get reassigned to something or not is still, you know, we're still seeking it out. No clue. No, I just talking there, but no clue. But Vaughn, I appreciate the encouragement. You're just trying to be as obviously as transparent as possible, and we don't know the answers. And I appreciate you chiming in there to say nobody does. It's a good reminder, my man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I think that's it as far as questions. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for asking questions, talking, interacting as we go. Really enjoy you guys. You make this Tuesday night and the whole YouTube thing worthwhile. We've made some cool friendships along the way, so just want to say thank you. That's what's going on in our world. Looks like the State of the Union in the Brown House is strong.
Real strong.
Real strong. We love you guys.
And we'll see you.
In the next one.
We're out.
Oh.